Hello and welcome back to a Von Bites video. Hopefully everyone has had a good week. As I'm recording this, it is Sunday, which is also happens to be Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, aunts, grandmothers, big sisters, whatever floats your boat. I applaud you for being there in other people's lives to make them better. Anywho, how's everyone been? Definitely in the comments let me know like how the week went, if anything exciting happened, whatever it may be. But anyway, today on our video on the docket, I think I want to talk about gaining my motivation back, trying to build a routine really in particular, thus why this video is out. I'm trying to build a routine of weekly uploads-ish, to one, build up the habit, because I believe if you do something, I want to say 31 times, don't quote me on that. If you do something a certain amount of times, it then becomes a habit and it's harder to break. So I'm going to try and see if I can keep up the weekly uploads, week and a half uploads. Hopefully so. I just gotta find things to talk about or yap about, whatever. Even if it's about my week, that I will consider a video, and bam, I'm done. And the drawings on screen today are once again some of my Ko-Fi art that I was late on. One is of an OC and the other one is of Sonic the Hedgehog, actually. Which I feel like I don't see a lot of Sonic artists do these type of videos, which is very funny. Maybe that's where my niche is, I don't know. But enjoy it either way. You know, if you're drawing along with me, doing some crafts or cleaning up around your house, I hope you get it done, or at least make some headway, because at least for me, when I am trying to do a task that I was probably dreading or didn't feel like doing, watching these type of videos help me get through it. So yeah, I am cheering you on as I look at myself speak. But let's get into the video. So building habits, definitely not easy, because usually if you're trying to build a habit or at least talking to yourself about it, that means you struggle to do it, whether it be a task or whatever. One of the habits I've been trying to build is my health, trying to build a habit of eating better, finding things I enjoy to eat but aren't super greasy, super fatty, and then going to the gym semi-regularly. I do about 3 days a week, give or take. Usually take, because I need to. Building a habit is hard, but I'm trying to not beat myself up about it as well. You know, it's something that's going to take a process and a lot of mental discipline to actually succeed in building this habit. But that's some of the stuff I've been doing lately, which is partially why I've been wanting to try and upload and build this habit up. Since I will not be streaming for a while, I figured I'd start building this habit up so that way when I do incorporate streaming back into my repertoire, making videos won't be so much of a chore. And when I get down to it, making the video does not take that long, in my opinion. Even creating it in the editing software does not take that long. It's just to get up and do. Honestly, recording the art has been harder lately, because it requires me to create something, and I've already been struggling to create work, so there's that. But once I get all the pieces together, I just have to sit down and record me talking, and that's usually the hardest part for me, because that requires time, and sometimes I don't have a lot of time. But since I'm not streaming, I'm taking advantage of the time that I have. So hopefully, as I'm building this habit to upload videos, YouTube picks me up in the algorithm and it all works out. But I would also say I'm not, like, my channel's not dead. Like, it's not as poppin' as it used to be, but it's not dead. So I think I can revive it, with weekly uploads and being very consistent. Of course, having engaging content also matters, but if anything, I think sometimes social media rewards consistency, which I don't have like on Twitter or on Instagram. So for those, I'm not too worried about it. But YouTube, I think, is important for me to build consistency. That way, YouTube deems myself worthy enough to push it to you guys, and then I get more people in my community and it all works out. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be doing. Again, I beg, I plead, any video ideas I will gladly take in the comments. If you don't want to put in a comment, you can DM me in Discord, Twitter, whatever. One video idea I did get, it's funny, someone actually uploaded a video about that recently, and I was like, I promise I didn't steal your idea. I thought about it before, I just haven't done it yet. If I find it, I'll put it in the description. But I would like to redraw some of my old OCs for fun, make it a series, because as a child, even as an adult too, but I drew a lot of one-off character designs and then left it to rot, which isn't great. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'm not one to do like lore and make a really in-depth character. I've learned and realized, which kind of sucks because it'd be kind of cool to have like a really drawn out set of characters that go through things, but I don't know. I just haven't done it. My Sonas, the two that I've had, well, I've had multiple, but like my Sonic Sona back in the day, which was my first ever like long OC. I guess she would be the first one that had lore, I guess, but it wasn't really that crazy. And then I had Shimo for a while, and then we have Vaughn now, who is mostly me, but yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be fun to see how much my art has improved since I was 12 years old, considering I'm 26 now, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, could be fun. I would be down for that. I also will be down to redesign people's characters also. I know some people who, whether they're like a non-experienced artist or they have a character that, like, they're not artists themselves, but they have a character, like an idea, and they want to give it life, you know, stuff like that. I would also be down to do that. That requires a lot of effort and time, and it would be free, so that's kind of tough. I might do that for like a special of some kind, like redesigning your OCs or drawing your OCs, you know, so I'll push that to the back. But yeah, I have some video ideas stirring around, but those are like, once I do those, then what do I do after that? So I have to build up fluff, if that makes sense. I don't mean fluff like in a bad way, but like things to talk about that I could do multiple times, like each, or rather, you know what I mean, every week, such as just yapping about my own week. That's one way to do that. So yeah, ideas, how to talk about things every week. I get a little scared of it. That's part of the reason why I stopped doing videos, like taking weird breaks, because I don't know what to talk about sometimes. I don't know how to come up with topics that people have not talked about already, at least a lot of it. So yeah, for sure, give me ideas in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I guess something in my life I should talk about is one of the reasons why I stopped streaming and everything is in October-ish, around that time, I plan on moving out of my family's home. This is definitely something new that I'm nervous about, but it's been a long time coming. I'm gonna be 27 this year, and I really don't want to still be living with my parents at 27. No hate to anybody, by the way, who's doing that. I get it, the way the economy is. This is no shade to anyone living with their parents still. It's just for me mentally, like, I'm very independent in my brain, and I don't feel trapped, but I just feel like I've been wanting to move out for like 3-4 years now, but I couldn't for various reasons, mostly money. Also COVID happened, you know, so there are a lot of things that got in the way of that, but this year I feel very confident in doing it. I've been buying a lot of things, like things for my kitchen, things for my bathroom. So it's been very exciting to actually make it feel real by buying things and having a goal in mind and having places in mind. And I'm forcing myself to do it because I know if I really sit down with my thoughts, I would chicken out, but I don't need to chicken out. It is time to be an adult, pull up my big girl pants, and just do it. So if anyone else is moving out for the first time or has already moved out, I would love to know some tips and tricks of how to navigate that, whether it be mentally or practically. Suggestions on things to buy for whatever room, whether it be kitchen, bathroom, financially, things that you did, ways to save money, you know. All those tips I will gladly take, especially from people who lived or are living through it and are my age. That's important to me because I feel like I'll look up videos and it's people who are older or live in places that they make way more money and do it or whatever. So I would love advice, please and thank you. But yeah, that's one of the things that have been on my mind a lot, that I'd rather just focus my time on that. And then once I'm in my own space, I would like to restart all the things that I've pushed to the wayside right now. Videos was going to be one of those things, but I think, again, I was feeling motivated to restart these again, so here we are. I'm glad I have been, because I'm trying to, again, make a habit. I feel like I said this in my last set of videos, not my last video uploaded, but like before I stopped before, and you know, I feel like I'm a record, but I mean, hey, if I'd rather keep repeating myself until one time it latches on versus just not doing it at all. And I appreciate you guys going through this journey with me, because it's not linear. It's ups and downs all the time. And hopefully there is another time I stop this, but there might be a time I do stop it, you know, to recoup. I don't know. We'll see. But especially when I move out, I think I'll be more motivated to do it. I don't know why. I don't know, I think just being in my own space and like experiencing new things might give me a different view on life. Another thing also is that would motivate me, which sounds a little bit shallow, but money. Being a part-time artist is still a goal I want to achieve. In order to do that, I have to work towards it. So especially when I move out, I definitely want to restart like my shop, rather get it started, selling physical media, commissions potentially, that not as much, and especially doing my YouTube and trying to get that going, and Twitch if I can, just so I can build up income, because when I am moving alone, I will need to be paying for everything myself, so any income I can get I will greatly appreciate. So that is something I will be trying to push for and refining and getting it to a point where people want to support me financially, whether it be through YouTube or through Twitch or through my, you know, own merch or whatever. And I appreciate everyone who has done it in the past, and I appreciate anybody who just watches these things or looks at my content regardless of money, because that helps motivate me to continue. So I always thank you guys for that. I really thank you. I don't know how long I've been talking. I think it's been 15-16 minutes, I'm not too sure, but we'll leave this one at that. Not a whole lot of substance in this video, but I think, again, building the habit, so I just need to get it out. Thank you for looking at my art. Thank you for listening to me yap. If you guys want anything from me as far as videos, as far as art, let me know. I'll gladly put it into a list where I can pick things to talk about. And I think I'll upload like every Sunday-ish, give or take. I can do it all in one day, so I just have to do the art before. But yeah, I think Sundays will be the day I upload, just because I'm usually not doing anything. I have a lot of time, so yeah, that works out for me. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Whatever it is that needs to get done, get it done. And I hope if you're cleaning or drawing in this video, I hope that you got that done as well, because we love being productive. Anyway, ciao and have a good rest of your day. Mwah.